Hi and welcome to C# tutorial of Resistor color code calculator. So let me show you guys how this works. If you want, you can click on exit. No, I don't want to exit. Let's click on reset. Yeah, reset everything. You can see all of the content in there are gone, and this calculator here is also grayed out. Now we enter new calculation to be carried out. Supposing the first color is orange and the second color there happens to be, let's go for maybe red. You can see the indicator there, and the indicator here is also telling you what to select. Then select a multiplier, and let's say the multiplier happens to be violet. There we go. You can see what violet stands for in there. And the next thing, you've been asked to select the tolerance. Let's click on any of these, that is the tolerance, and click on calculate. There we go. So what I'm going to do now is to take you guys straight into C# development environment, and we'll put one of these together. Let's do that now, guys. And welcome back to C# tutorial. Now let's click on create new project right here. Now that this dialog box is ready, let's click on make sure C# is selected, Windows Forms application. Give our project a name. I'll call that CS_resistor color code calculator. There, and click on OK. Now that that is ready, let's define the size of the font to 1386 by 788. There, that's the size of the form, and the form property there. I'm going to enter resistor color calculator. Now the next thing I want to do is to add a label up there, and I would need panel. It's my panel here. Okay, bring it down. So let's come in here and add one more right there. And for those two panels, I'm going to change their appearance to, let's come right here, border, and make that fixed 3D. There we go. Right, we can drag this one, this very panel here, we can drag it right down and just extend it out. And let's change the color of this very one to control dark. The back color becomes control dark. There we go. Now up here, let's come back straight to the tools, and we need checkbox. I'm going to need 23 checkbox in total. So, and all of this checkbox, I'm going to change their appearance. Let's come in to appearance to button. Okay, if you want, you can always leave them out for now and leave that for the last, but okay, let's leave it as normal. And let's come in here where we have auto size. I'm going to make that false and come right down here. See where we have size, let's increase that to 150 by 35. Right. Okay, I need 10 of those as well, so let me copy 10, grab that and drag it here. There. Now I need some labels. Copy this very label, bring it here. Now I'm going to change the properties of that very label to 150 by 35. The appearance will be auto size, force, border, make that fixed 3D. There. And all of these components that I have on board, I'm going to change the size to 16. Select it all and come to font size. We make that 16. So we change that to 16. There we go. Bold 16. And just copy this across. Okay, this is how it looks now. So this very title, let's change that. Enter as follows. Now the next thing I will do for this title is to increase the font size. So let's make that maybe 50. There we go. Might as well make it bold. And the back color, I'm going to change the back color to control dark. Font color, I'm going to change that to control light. There we go, guys. And maybe increase the size of that. Let's come right down here. The size, make that false, and line, make it center, and just take control of the whole component. Right, that is taking shape there. That's fine. Now the next thing we want to do is, I'm gonna need more components here. Let's come right here. We need a panel. Grab a panel here and another panel. I need two of those. 1, 2. Move it down a little bit. Copy this very panel across. I'm going to change the color of these panels to black. Back color, make that black. And I will copy this. I need 4 of those. Get rid of the content right in there. Delete. And because this is a 4 band, so I'm going to drag this, place it right in there, and copy it across 2, 3, and 4. There we go, guys. There. And the next thing is just to add some names here. So I need, together I need 7 of those. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now that is done, let's start working on the colors. First of all, the title there, I'm going to change that title to, that's supposed to be color, I think. Let's check that out. Yeah, that should be color. I'm using the British spelling of color, and in here that will be number, and here that will be multiply or multiplier, and this will be tolerance. Alright, that is done. Now let's change the following colors. Come right down here, change that color to black. Back color becomes black. If you like, you can just type it in there. And the contents, the color content, let's change it to maybe control light. And in here, the very first one here, I'm going to change that to black. Right, and here that will be 0. This will be 1, and this, that will be nothing. So we do one more, and then we can speed it all up. So select all of these, come in here, the color with the brown. Let's come in here, enter brown. Okay. So I believe you guys have access to the color chart for the resistor color code itself. So use the color chart or the resistor chart to get that sorted, because that's what I've used. And here will be 1, here will be brown, there, and here will be 10. In here that will be nothing there. So I reckon you get the whole idea. So I'm going to have to speed this up. So make sure you use your color chart I'll speed all of this up and get back to you guys shortly. Alright, this is how the whole system looks right now. So let's run it and you see how it looks like. Right there guys, this is how the design looks like now, but nothing is happening with all the buttons. So the whole idea is when I click on this, I want it to tell us the color we selected in here, or that is selected in here. But as you can see, I've also changed the appearance of this checkbox, but if you like, you can leave the appearance of those checkbox the way you want. So here, let me show it to you guys again. All of these are all checkbox. So if I come in here now, I can go straight to the properties, appearance. Instead of buttons, I'll just change it to normal. You can see that they're all checkbox now. I can also change them back when I'm ready to do that. So the first thing we want to do now is, you see this black checkbox, so I'm going to double click on that, and right there I'm going to enter as follows using an if statement. If LBL first dot text equals nothing in there, press enter, curly braces, and right in there LBL text, LBL first text equals the value 0 there. Okay, and in that case LBL line, that's one of the indicator, line 1 dot back color equals color dot black, enter semicolon, and the indicator LBL selector dot text equals right. Now the second one, else, this is what I want the system to do. Copy all of these and paste it right in there, and this will be multiplier. Okay, so that is the very first one done. So I'm going to copy this, copy all of that. Now let's come right in here, brown, double click on brown, paste that in there. In this case the color become brown, and brown is 1, so we change that to 1 as well. Okay, then here will be brown as well. So let's verify that brown is 1. Look at that, brown is 1 right there. Okay, now double click on red. You can see red is 2, so let's double click on red. So I'm going to copy that as well, copy all of this, paste it in here. So all we're changing is the color. Change this to red, and the text content will be 2 and red. Now line 1 and selector and first LBL first. This is on this object. I've called this very one LBL first. Okay, look at it, that's my LBL first selection. This is LBL second selection. Okay, and here this is LBL third selection. The third selection will be for the multiplier. And here I have line 1, okay, line 2, line 3, and line 4. Okay, and these other components, that is just divide by 1000, that's the name of that. And here I have the resistor value, I have minimum value here and the maximum value. Okay, for what we've done so far, if I run it, this is what you guys will see. Okay, let's run it and you guys see what I'm talking about. If I select black, the only thing you will see on the first label here is just the value. But if I select brown, there you can see the colors change here and the value of brown is 1. Let's select red, the color change to red, the value is 2. So I'm going to repeat the same thing for the rest components. So now let's come in here. We've taken care of red, double click on orange and just enter as follows as well. Copy this, paste that in there and change this to orange. Okay, and the value of orange is 3. Change that to 3. Repeat the same thing here. Value is 3. So what I'm going to do now is I will now speed up the whole process now that you guys get the whole idea for the checkbox, and I'll get back to you guys shortly. Okay, the same lines of code has been repeated for the rest of the checkbox, the color checkbox here. Right, so the white one is the last one and that is it. There we go. Those are the lines of code for each of them. Now the next thing I like to take care of while we're still here on this very column here, let's double click on the gold and take care of the gold. In the case of gold, I'm gonna have to say gold, that will be CHK, silver, dot checked. I'm going to make that false equals false. So anytime I click on gold, that will become false. And CHK no color dot check equals false as well. Okay, now btn calculate resistor dot enable, we want to make it true, equals true. There. While LBL line 4, in this case it's going to be line 4, so let's copy this. LBL, the 4th line, and that very color of that will be gold, dot gold. And what about the selector? The selector should refer to calculate resistor. So LBL selector equals, let's say, click on calculate resistor. Click on calculate resistor. There. So I'm going to copy all of this and come right here, double click on the silver, paste that for silver. In this case gold, here it becomes silver, dot silver. There. And this, in this case, that will be gold. You want to disable the gold there. Okay, now there, that's fine. Copy that, repeat the same thing for no color or none. Some people will call that none. So no color, I'm going to just make the color white. That's fine. And there, this becomes silver. Silver. There. So that is all of this column taken care of. This very column there. So the next thing we want to do is have a look at those lines of codes. Now, so let's start with this other column here, the multiplier. Double click on the very first one, and the very first one, that will be LBL third dot text equals 1. Okay, then let's say LBL line 3 dot back color equals color dot black. And selector, the selector will be, that will just select the tolerance. Paste that in there and change this to select tolerance. There. So I'm going to copy this, come in here, come to the next one here, double click on 10, paste that in there, that becomes 10, and the color of that becomes dot brown. Now the next one here is red. Double click on red, paste that in there, make sure this is changed to red, and the value of red is 100. Come back and then change that to 100. Now let's do one more. Double click on orange. The value of orange is 1000, so that is, paste that in there, that becomes 1000, and this is orange. So I'm now going to speed it all up and get back to you guys. Okay, the lines of code for the multiplier is all taken care of, this very one. Okay, and there, those are the lines of code. It's all the same apart from the different multiple. Now you see these 3 tolerant there. I'm going to double click on this label, so should, in case if you click on it, that is what I want the label to do. Okay, supposing we click on the gray one. If we click on the gray one, it's going to be the same, but we have to change this to, what is the color? That is gray. Sorry, that's silver, it's not gray. So if it's silver, there we go, get rid of that, then the color will become silver here. There, and let's copy this. If it's none, if it's no color, then that will become white. It's white, and that will be no color. I think it's color, something like that. Yeah, I think so. That's correct. Yeah. Okay, that's that done. Now let's take care of the calculator right there. With the calculator, I'm going to create an array. So let's say double, we enter, I'm going to just call it Q equals new double, and that is going to be, let me go for maybe about 7. I doubt if I will need more than 7. Okay, now I'm going to create some string value f, string value f, that will be for first number, equals, let's say convert dot to string, and what we are converting is going to be the text content inside LBL first dot text, that goes inside f. Right, spelling of string is incorrect. That should be there. So the next one is going to be S. S stands for second. Change this to S and just change it to second, and followed by the third one. I'm going to use T for the third one, and this becomes LBL third right there. Okay, that is everything. But in the case of this T, let's change that to, I'm going to make that, let's change that to double. Okay, change that to double. That will make life easy for us instead of having to convert that again. And I can always convert it from here. There. That is that. So the only two strings is first and second, and T is double itself. So now let's declare another string variable. String F and S equals whatever we have inside S, F plus S. There. So these two are in here now. Now the next thing is, let's make use of our array. The very first one, I'm going to say Q1. I'm starting from 1. You can start from 0. The choice is yours. Q1 equals convert dot to double. And what are we converting to double? That is going to be FS. There. Enter semicolon. So the content in here in FS is now converted to number. Okay, now let's use Q2. Q2 equals Q1. Now let's use an if statement. If the end user selects gold dot check equals true, enter your curly braces there. If that is true, if it's true, what we want the system to do is let it disable these two components. That will be the silver one dot enable equals false. And chk no color dot checked equals false as well. There. Now that those two are false, I'm now going to declare, okay, I'm going to call array number 3. Let's take care of this error here. Array number 3. So let's say Q3. What we want Q3 to do is equals, let's say Q2 multiply that by T, and let's divide it by 100 and then multiply it by 0.05. You can enter, if you don't want to use 0.05, you can always say 5 divided by 100, but I prefer to use 0.05. So if you divide 5 by 100, that's what you get, 0.05 there, and enter a semicolon there. And maybe I should group everything in a bracket there. So everything is in a bracket. Let's put this in a bracket of its own, and this in a bracket of its own as well. This should be 1000, not, yeah, because I want to convert it to 1000, then convert it to 1000. Okay, so that is how it looks now. Take a good look at it. Now the next thing we want to do is I have an object here. I call it LBL divided by 1000. So LBL divided by 1000 will be LBL divided by 1000 dot text equals convert dot to string and what are we converting? That is going to be Q3. Let's say Q3. And in the case of Q3, I want you to tell us if he's in, let's say, K ohms. Alright. Enter another bracket here. Okay, so that should be a plus. Right. Okay, we now want to store the value of this resistor value. To get the value of the resistor, let's copy that, go back in here. So I'm going to say LBL resistor dot text equals the following. So I'm going to copy all these. So the value of the resistor itself is just going to be Q2, this very one, because Q2 is this. So change this to Q2. Okay, that is that taken care of, but we need to enter at 5% there. Now to get the minimum and the maximum, so that's going to be Q4 equals Q2 plus, that will be Q3. Right, that is Q4. Now Q4, we now need to assign Q4 straight into, let's make sure that is fine. No, this one here, and get rid of this one. So that's going to be LBL minimum range dot text equals convert dot to string, and what we are converting to string, that is going to be Q4. Open a bracket and just enter Q4 there, and let's add the ohms to it. Copy all of this, paste that there, and close this off there. That is Q4 taken care of. Right, the next thing is we need to work out the maximum. The case of maximum, I'm going to use Q5. So array Q5 is going to be Q2 plus, this one is meant to be minus because that's minimum, plus Q3. So maximum range, paste this here and change this to maximum range. Maximum range equals Q5. There we go. And that is the very first calculation. So if I run it now, so let's try it out and see. So select anything, that's the first one, and select the second one, select the multiplier, let's right there, and now let's select the tolerance. It's only gold that we're working on, and just click on that. There we go. That is fine. You can always check that out. Alright, that is fine. None of this works yet, so I'm going to close that. The next thing I just want to do is to copy all of these and just use else if. Copy, come right down here, say else if, paste, and what we are changing is as follows. We're changing this to 0.1, and we change this as well. This is going to be silver. Copy and change this to silver, and this become gold. Then the other changes we need to make is changes to 10%. There, that is that done. Now let's copy this, and we'll use that for the third tolerance. So this becomes 2, 0.2, this becomes 20, and this, instead of silver, that becomes no color. Copy, that's no color, and here we'll just change it to silver. There, that is that done. So officially I've finished with the calculation itself, so have a good look at it. Now all that is left for us is just to take care of the reset. So in the case of reset, let's come in here, double click on reset. That's the reset, and here are the lines of code for the reset. We have to speed that up. That is for reset, guys. Look at it from here up to here. Okay, we've used a for loop here to clear the checkbox. The rest are just clearing the data in there. Why this one will default it back to black. There. Now let's come down here, double click on exit, and right here, guys, those are the lines of code for exit. Okay, all that is left for us to do now is to change all of these components. So I'm going to come in here, see this very checkbox. I'm going to change the state or the appearance of this checkbox. I'm going to change them to buttons. So let's go straight to the properties right there, and let's select appearance right there. Click, drop, and change to buttons. You can see that is all buttons now. If it's normal, this is how it looks, but I want it as buttons. There, that is that done. And finally, let's double click on the form and enter the following lines of code here. btn calculate resistor dot enable equals false. There. And when we run the program now, what you will see is the calculate button will be disabled. There we go. Now let's try out this program. So the first color is violet and the second color is red. Our multiplier is orange, and tolerance, let's say, is gold. Now click on calculate. There we go. And let's reset. Click on reset to try it out. No. Okay, suppose you want to confirm reset. Okay, now that you're ready to reset, let's try it out again. First color red, second color is yellow, and multiplier, that is orange. Select maybe gold there and click on calculate. There we go. And you can also exit if you want. Click on exit. No. Click on exit. Yes. And we run the system again. There we go. First column, second column, multiplier, select gold, calculate. So with that, guys, I'll call it the end of this tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoyed. You all have a nice day now. Bye for now.